Hi everybody, how's it going? Jake Noggle here. So today we're going to talk about how to get more crack out of your snare drum. And this is just a trick that I use on pretty much every drum recording that I do for clients. Yeah, let's just jump into it. So when you record your snare drum, we're just imagining that it's just a raw recording here. What you want to do, and this is in Logic Pro X, if you don't have Logic Pro X, this will be kind of hard just because there's some presets that we're using. So you might want to jump off of this video, and some of the principles can apply, so to your own DAW. But basically what you want to do is, so you'll select your snare drum, and then you'll want to hit the letter Y on your keyboard, which stands for library. And basically what you'll want to do, it'll actually bring up a menu that will look like something like this. So there's all these different presets that Logic has put together for you, which makes it a lot easier to mix. So since we're doing drums, we'll select drums and percussion, and then you'll go down to snare. And then I've already got it selected. You'll go down to pop snare. So you'll select that. And what it will do is, the reason why I like this is, so it comes with these presets here. And there's this plugin on the bottom that's called the enveloper. It'll actually be turned off when you select it. So what you want to do is turn that on. And the enveloper, it's used for many different things, but I use it for, if I want to make my drums more punchy. So I always throw it on the bass drum, so it's here on the bass drum, and my high tom. Sometimes I'll throw it on the low tom as well. So yeah, that's what I use it for. It's really easy to use, and yeah, so you'll basically select that, and it'll go from sounding. So I'll turn this off. I'll show you what it sounds like without it. Now keep in mind, all these other drums, they haven't been 100% mixed, and the snare drum, it's not going to sound as good as well because I haven't messed with any of these plugins. I just selected the preset. So even though that you have a preset, you'll still want to go in and kind of mess with the the settings to get the sound that you want. So this is what it sounds like without the enveloper, and I'll play that by itself, and then I'll play it with the whole kit. So here's what it sounds like. That's the whole kit. Right, so when we throw on the enveloper, it changes a little bit. So it sounds like this now. Can you kind of hear that more? There's a little bit more cracky sound. And yeah, that's basically it. As far as if you're wanting more punchy or snappy sounding, you'll just want to select the plugin. Right here on the gain is where you adjust that. So if I'm want no snappiness, this is what it would sound like. And then basically you'll just want to, as you go up, it gets more cracky sounding. And now it's getting super cracky sounding. Yeah, so, and this right here, I use this setting right here, time, a lot. This kind of makes it so it's more, as you bring it back, it compresses it more. So it's even like the snappy sound is a little bit more thinner. So so it gets more full as you extend that. And then the other thing, I know there's something I'm missing here. Oh yeah, so these buses right here. A lot of the times I just turn these off, or I turn them way down. When you select it for the first time, it'll look like this. And what these are, these buses. These are bussing out to reverbs, so it'll sound like this. It doesn't sound very great the first time you select it. So unless you like that reverby sound, that can sound really cool with rock and stuff like that. But when you turn it off, it sounds like this. It's really dry. So if you're thinking that's a little too dry, you'll want to select both of those or just one of them, and you can kind of play around with it. And that's kind of the main thing with mixing is you want to mess around, kind of to get the sound that you want. So for me, I just I like to put this on the low end, so there's still a little bit of reverb. So maybe a little more. So I like that. And that's you don't want this turned up all the way to the top. Obviously, I mean, anyone that knows how to mix is probably pulling their hair out right now. I just kind of want to make a point that this is basically how you get more crack out of your snare drum. It's not the only way. There's other ways as well. So if that's something that has given you a little bit more insight, hopefully it's created a little bit more value for you in your mixes. Try this out. Mess with it. There's not like a 100% right way to do it. It just depends on what sound you want. And yeah, just let me know if you have any other questions about this. Just recap, when you select your snare drum, the raw file, basically you'll just hit Y. It'll bring up this menu here. You'll hit drums and percussion. Then you'll go to snare, and then you'll go to pop snare, and this will be turned off, and these buses will be kind of, the reverb is going to be kind of high on them. You'll just want to keep that in mind. So yeah, hopefully that helped you out. Other than that, you have a good one, and we'll see you on the next video.